Hi guys, and welcome to another update of Blockchain Champions. It's been a while, I think a week, maybe even over a week. I took a break from crypto. I think many of us got a bit, or are getting a bit bummed out, bored out, however you want to call it. Things have been looking dire for quite some time now, and yeah, we are deep inside the bear market, and yeah, I mean we've broken the previous all-time high. It's not on this chart, but it was 19,500. And I think last update I talked about naked point of controls on ExoChart, and I think we added a level, the 19,150, as a monthly naked point of control, and it's worked perfectly as a magnet. I mean, to me this looks like the perfect tap of a level on a weekly scale. I mean, of course it's not guarantees that we bounce here for sure, but looking at this level, having a tap like this is a very clear example of a swing failure pattern. You've got a candle wicking down below a level and then closing above the level. So even though swing failure patterns are most useful on lower time frame levels, because I mean, let's say you enter it, you level a trade in here, like you put on a price target. I mean, you wick down 8% below the level. I mean, how many of you crazy folks put your stop loss 8% below a level? I mean, I don't. For me, that's way too low. And that's the reason why lower time frames swing failure patterns are most useful, because usually they don't go so deep, or there are more levels in between the 19,150 and this one where you can look for a trade. I mean, of course, if you're playing the long-term game or the spot game, this would be a very, very decent level to buy in, or to put in some buy orders. But if you trade on leverage, then you cannot afford to put a stop loss 8% below. Because, I mean, if you trade 5x, that's 40%, man. You're not going to risk 40% of a trade without having seen any strength yet. And that's just not how it's done. But this is a very clear example of a swing failure pattern, a very clear example of how naked point of controls work as magnets. I mean, I haven't drawn many more naked points of controls on this chart. I promise you for next video I will bring up some weekly, monthly and daily points of control from ExoCharts. But today I just wanted to keep it a bit of a short video, and just to say hi, that I haven't forgotten you. I just really had to step back and had to get away from crypto for a while, because sometimes it can be very absorbing or all absorbing, and then you need to have a fresh look and a fresh feel every once in a while. And even though I might have missed this, I'll look on the daily, it's even also a very, very nice looking swing failure pattern here. Maybe we even have more levels lower, which we tapped. It doesn't look like it. Not that much, at least. At least not on a daily level. Maybe this is a level here. This definitely is a daily level. Of course, we've already tapped this level, so it's not as strong as it was before, but yeah, these are all interesting, interesting levels. Did we tap that lower, that last daily? Oh yeah, we haven't touched that. You see, I often get the complaint that, charts, Olympic charts, you put down so many levels, you can always say you are right, because if we don't tap this one, we tap this one. If we don't tap this one, we tap this one, and that's a fair point. But for your entries, well, you mark the levels here, and for your entries, you look on TradingView and order flow. And today I've had a too long week to open XoCharge and start explaining everything about order flow. I've lifted some tips of the curtain before. I've lifted some tips of the curtain before, but I'm not going to do it today. What I do want to discuss today is if you look at the chart, as I said often before, we haven't seen a sign of strength yet. We have only made lower highs and lower lows, and so far we have produced a lower low, a new lower low. For the first time ever, Bitcoin has broken below the latest or the high of the last bull run. So you could claim that market structure on the longer term timescales have fundamentally changed. That might be actually a fair point, and at this point we actually we don't have that much signs of strength yet. I mean, look, all these levels have been traded through, and I'm just marking off some new levels. I'm being lazy. The best thing for me to do after coming back from a while is just to make a whole new blank chart and re-look at everything. So, for a sign of strength, to see more upsides, well, we'd have to close above this level. If we don't do in the next 2 hours, above this level, and then here are 2-3 levels we need to break to say we have seen at least some strength and that we have at least some more upside to go. This could have very well been a low. I mean, it's looking very pretty. The volume has been, well, meager, to say the least. I mean, it's not a true capitulation week, but then again, I already think that during, even from here, man, we've been going down on the volume for over a year. I mean, people are actually completely bored out of crypto. People are calling it dead again. I mean, everybody who I talked to about my crypto gains from last year, they just call me crazy. They say, yeah, man, I still feel like it's a scam or a bubble. It's going to collapse completely. Everybody's losing money. Yeah, everybody who got in too late and too deep at the highs, they lost money if they sold. If they have patience, we'll see. Everybody who hold longer for 4 years, minus a few days, is in profit. So for today, I think I've said most things I've wanted to say. A very clear example of a string fail pattern. We have 3 levels above us, which we can look out for signs of strength. This closing above this level would be a very minimal sign of strength, but it would be at least a sign. Closing above this one would be reasonable, but this $31,000, that's a very significant level. And below us, well, I don't think there is that much left that I have marked. I have to say that I myself too never thought that we would, well, I have thought about it, but during the crazy run from the last year, I wouldn't have expected Bitcoin to easily break below the all-time high of last run. I mean, that's something new we haven't seen before. So I also wanted to mark a few levels below us. Since I've marked some levels for signs of strength above us, I thought, well, you know, I have to be fair. I don't want to be biased. I also want to show some levels below us. And those levels below us are deep, man. Look at that. The next true monthly level is from here another 50% down. Now that would be true fucking Goblin Town, now wouldn't it? Nice. So I think I want to keep it at this. I haven't been trading myself. I haven't held it as a secret that well, I didn't say before that I would be out for a week or week and a half, but I did say before that I was low on my trades these days because I've been very, very busy at work and I'm very tired, and I'm trying to study up to improve my skills at work. So I don't trade when I'm tired. I mean, you have to have a clear mind. You have to be fit, clear, and awake. And to me, preserving the capital I have is more important than making more money. And I feel, or I fear, that if I go trading now, when I'm this exhausted from my new job, I will lose more than I'm willing to lose, and I will lose more than I'm going to make, because I'm not clear enough. I don't trust myself at this point to make the correct trades, the hard decisions. Why? Well, because I too feel bias. I too feel fear and anguish, and I too feel euphoria. But when you're fit and you're healthy and when you're awake, then you can acknowledge that you feel these feelings, and then you acknowledge that you are biased. And the moment you can loudly acknowledge that you are biased, that's the moment when you can trade differently from how you feel. Because trading is not a game about feeling, trading is a game about probabilities, numbers, and data. So even though you do feel euphoria, you will have to click on the red sell button. And even though you feel fear and you see all your spot positions going down crazy, and you're like, okay, we're going to the next level below us, 10K it is, you need to press the buy button. And when you're not fit, healthy, and awake, it's very, very hard to do that. All right, I want to leave it at this. For everyone who is still here around in the crypto market, good for you. I think it's reasonable chance that this is the low. I also think it's a reasonable chance of going lower. To be fair, so far we have not seen signs of strength. So in my book, going lower at this point is a higher probability than going higher. And I've been around, I've been right once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Maybe I'm wrong this time. Yeah, maybe we go lower. I have bought spot at the last all-time high, 19,500. I have laddered buys coming down here. I think my lowest buy was on this, above this upper daily, around 18.5 or something. In this part, I don't have many orders layered. The next significant orders for me are indeed at 12 to 10K. If they never hit, they never hit. If they do hit, cheap Bitcoin for me. All right, so in short, you have seen my plans and how I think about the market. I've given you a clear example of a swing failure pattern. Even though it's a higher time frame, it's still a very decent swing failure pattern. You can see here my alarm clock is marked for this level, 17,200. I do still think it's more likely to go lower than it's more likely to go higher, because we have not seen the signs of strength. So in short, that's that's how I look at things. Guys, I hope to talk to you in the Discord. Press the like and subscribe button, consider our trading course, and be there. That's what I want to tell you. Be there, especially at these points when making new lows. I mean, remember the $3,000, the Corona crash? Be there. I mean, this is a macro shitstorm. With the war going on, with the supply squeeze, with the inflation, it's a massive shitstorm. Be there when you need to be there to press the green button. I mean, I don't know 100% when that is, but if you are at least weekly here checking the charts with us, with me, then you will be there when you really can maximize your profits for the next couple of years to come. All right, that's it, guys. Take care. See you around.